rocket like rocket fuel.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out in my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports?
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It's a party now. It's a party now. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 30. Hey, alert. Check the backer. Real.
To try again after the sack. Mayfield, he's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Titans. 57 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
To throw, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
56 is Mike. 56 is Mike. I got you. Hurry. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. Regular. Watch the pass.
Mayfield to throw it. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. This is Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, it's Thomas, and it's a fumble. And that might be Titan football. It is. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
You baby. That's our ball. Our ball. What is that? 19! 54! 54! I can't believe they even let you play. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Watch the edge. 10-24. Watch it. 31.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson eluding the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 30 yards. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
Keep playing hard.
A gain on the play. Complete to Will Fuller.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Exit. Check 24. Spot 24. No. Switch. Shoot. At 59.
Now a give, right side. It's Thomas, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Run. Hey, orbit.
Now Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Mayfield now from the 50. Oh, he's able to outmuscle it here as he pulls it in. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2. 2nd and 12 at the Texans' 37-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check. 931. Kill. 4.
Throwing again is Watson. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Watson. And Thomas has it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
55. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch the curl. Hey, switch Switch gears, switch gears. To the car! Check, 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 check. Check three, check three, check three. 26. Check equipment.
Again, it's Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Set. 19. Check 55 to Mike. No gain on this, dude. 24. Let's go. Grab on. 24.
Watson looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. K1 short. The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5.
Second and goal at the Titans' 13-yard line.
So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans push further out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Texans 14. Titans nothing.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
Tackles. Check 99. Check 99.
On second down, it's Coleman. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This would be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Hey, alert! Hey, Haywood!
On third down, Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slim. Real.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
There's a lot of good on that play when we see the big fella take it and rumble into the secondary. But how about the big part of it? Taking care of the football. He doesn't carry it very often, but when he does, he's got to make sure that he doesn't get it popped free. Unlike Mike Tolbert in Super Bowl 50, carrying the ball popped free, turnover, and it hurt his team.
Out. 6 guys. Recon, 132 fighter.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Show it up. Show it up.
This is Coleman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Check 33, 33. So we got me. Hey, exit. Hey, check Mike 33, check Mike 33. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come. Alert, 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 alert. Run, run, run. Check.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 53, check 53 is mine. Know your job. Kill. SOS. 59. SOS. Kill alert. Count him, go.
Watson to throw again. He's got Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 78 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Push him back. Kings! 58 to Mike! 58 to Mike!
Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, Mayfield. And he finds Howard complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Get in the right room. Real. 58, Mike. Hey, wahoo! 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. I got one. 58 to Mike, 58. Kings! Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And this will be a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Go! 58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
In your face.
Run. 58, boys, 58. 58's Mike. Hurry. 58's the Mike. Alert. Coming to you.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Now Myers for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Titans 6. Jason Myers set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock down and go to the locker room.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Let's hear it, Texans fans, because it's third down.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Back to pass. Check. Point it right. Hey, alert! 56, my touch!
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Keep playing hard. Let's get it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Point it right. Check Mike 30. Hey, seam 6. Hey, alert.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let go. At their own 17-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Mike set. 19. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Alert, alert.
On first down, Watson. He gets it to Thomas. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Hey, alert.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Going quickly here to Thomas. A gain of 39 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Derrick Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Twist, watch the twist.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd down, Thomas. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. So give him the first down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off.
Quit talking about it.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Wide, get wide. Check 55.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Zoom, zoom.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55.
Check.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Being chased out left. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. Out is Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And Myers able to knock it through. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Alert, 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 alert.
To throw, Mayfield. And he comes back with one complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Here we go.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Set, 180.
Mayfield on first down. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he's got this down to the 35. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Throwing, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Perriman. Touchdown, Titans. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all, and if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Watch the safety.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he's got this down to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Over. 55, Mike 55. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point now coming from Myers. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Texans 45, Titans 13. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the table and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure whatever the reason is. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 79 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield, that's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that, 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Check 33.
Hey, Alpha. Let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. It's caught by Coleman. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield, that's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He finds Coleman. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
To number 82.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A first down throw from Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Mayfield to throw it. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now Mayfield drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down, and it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hatchet. Alert 3. Alert 3. Shit. 24. Under crunch. Watch the shine.
Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
58's to Mike.
Mayfield now from the 50. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll get this complete to Batson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Texans, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Hey, okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused.